Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Sorry about yesterday. I didn't do much yesterday. I'm so sorry. Wasn't feeling myself. I'm a little okay today for y'all that's concerned. Thank you for whoever prayed for me. I appreciate it. Um okay, y'all know I do my reactions on Tisa Tales like the courthouse stuff. She's gonna do some She's gonna talk to some other content creators and stuff that's in the courthouse, like Nick at Night, Denied. I forgot the other man's name, but stuff like that. But she's just gonna talk first, from her perspective, and I have something to say at the end, like you know. So I'll be reacting to Tisa Tell. She's on all platforms. She said go on Snapchat and you can be there while she's getting ready for the court and in the taxi cab. Okay, I'm a fan of Tisa, 3 years. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I will be skipping, so I can hurry up because some stuff I'm just want to get y'all through the straight through the to the court stuff. You know what I mean? All right, because I'm way behind. I'm like 3-4 hours behind. Okay, so let's see. Y'all know how I am. So let's go.
They are letting people in anytime they want. So we are going live. How are you doing this morning? Let me try to make this quick because it has to be quick and good. Okay, so what to expect today? Cassie's mother is set to testify. It is chilly out here, even though it still looks beautiful in the halls of justice. It is super chilly out here, but it doesn't matter. I'm out here doing what it do. Good morning, everybody. So what to expect? Cassie's mother is going to testify. We are also coming back. We're also coming back with Diddy's executive assistants from that time. This is the guy that quit in protest. This is the guy that quit in protest because he saw a beating of Cassie that was so horrible. He said, I ain't ever coming back. And he actually left the industry. He is coming back. Now, they tried to bar this guy's testimony. His name is Mr. James. They tried to bar his testimony. Why? Because they said, well, what does it matter what he has to say? The prosecution said it matters because it shows the RICO, it shows the criminal intent. What did he do? There was an incident where Diddy allegedly attacked his chef. When that happened, Diddy instructed his security, I believe D-Rock, to go and tell the executive assistant that wasn't even there. He wanted to make it a marketing, Sean John. He had dreams, right? That turned into nightmares. So he was like, yo, go ahead and what's up? He had dreams and he was like, yo, go and tell him that he better file a false police report saying I was the one that was attacked by the chef. Because at that time, Diddy was trying to ruin the chef. Diddy is very vindictive. Now, the defense was upset. The prosecution was like, they got this testimony in. So he is testifying and laying down the groundwork. He's also laying down the groundwork that he wasn't looking at Cassie as any type of girlfriend. He literally said that Diddy told him, yo, things are going good with Kim, but I got Cassie. She young, she moldable, she impressionable. I'm in her mind. He was like,
You see, she's moldable. I got Kim, but I got Cassie too. Cassie is moldable. Cassie was young and stuff. Well, she still is, but back then, like teen stuff, like 18, 19, something like that.
start, yeah, I'm up early. I only had 20 minutes to get ready. Thank God for halfway, saving my life. All right. So anyway, um, so listen, the guy was like, okay, so you want me to lie on the police report? He was going to lie on the police report, but then he decided just not to do it. So what else happened? Okay, he gave that groundbreaking testimony. Diddy's team is stuck. They don't know what to say. This guy is not industry. This guy wanted to be into marketing. He witnessed one of the most horrific beatings. And in that beating, they are saying is the basis for the whole RICO criminal organization. Because it wasn't just the beating, it was the way everybody reacted to the beating. A lot of people think that to sex trafficking, you got to be like Taken Two with Liam Neeson in like some like Eastern European warehouse. You only need one person to be a sex trafficker because the courts know if we find one person, there's probably 10 watching.
And that's exactly right. And I think once Cassie came forward, That's why you had this slew of people coming forward. Slew of people coming forward. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I said it took one strong person to do this, and they seen nothing happen to that person, like in harmful. So that made them come forward, I think.
Gadget Girl 99 DS. Good morning, Tisa. Yes, I'm on this case early, a little bit too early, but don't worry. We out here. I saw Nick at Night in the line. She's affect Cassie's mom in the testimony. For those of you guys thinking that Diddy has a strong legal team, he does, but he is firmly in control of that legal team. Even the way Diddy last week missed his chance to destroy Cassie because he wanted to put a bunch of sound bites that could go on the blog. Now, here's the thing. How are you going to handle Cassie's mom? Because Cassie's mom knows the truth. Cassie's mom helped her write that book. Cassie's mom knows and saw a lot of the stuff where Diddy's trying to act like, I loved your daughter. She was a gold digger. Cassie's best friend yesterday let us know that Cassie was making $1 million a year
Wow.
modeling. There was in a bidding world. She did that all when Diddy got in her mind and had her give that all up. Also, you guys, listen. I do go live on Snapchat in the cab ride before and after. I also do Get Ready With Me to do tomorrow. I'm going to start Get Ready With Me to do the Diddy trial. So y'all can watch me slap some makeup on my face. Oh, these dark circles are darkened. Anyway, Shauna Johnson said, you look amazing, Tisa. Do your thing, girl. Oh, thank y'all. Listen, I am so exhilarated and excited to be here. I think Cassie's mom is going to utterly destroy Diddy on the stand. Beverly Picard said, good morning, Tisa. Keep up the good work. I want to see how these blogs literally turned around to say like Cassie's mom was on the come up. In any case, Diddy is still trying to destroy.
Yeah, he's still trying to destroy, but yeah, me too. I am excited to see what Cassie's mom has to say, and if they'll ask her also, why did she let her daughter date so young, or if she knew about it like back then about her dating the guy before Diddy, because I heard that he was like what 10 years older or something, something like that. So and Cassie was like 17, maybe 18 back then. So, but yeah, she went into modeling. So I don't know if her mom knew what was going on back then. But y'all, please put in the comments what y'all think gonna happen today. Okay? Cause yeah, let me catch me up. I gotta get caught up myself. And y'all, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. I forgot again. Okay, let's see.
Cassie and Alex. Alex and Cassie don't care. They just like, are the poor saying something? Because maybe at the very least they got 20 million in the bank account. They are set for life. You know, another thing, I was doing research because everybody was so worried about what Alex Fine does. I was doing research to be like, okay, listen, who is Alex Fine? Because just like when we thought like who is Diddy, nobody really knew, right? And we found out that he was like a monster, right? So you know what Alex does? He does something called princess parties, right? And when I heard,
Oh, just wait a minute. Hey Deborah McMahon, I see you, girl. Yeah, they don't tell their parents stuff. They really don't. So I wonder how she felt when she was helping Cassie write that darn book. You know what I mean? Cause she had to tell her everything then, right? I don't know. But thank you for being here, Deborah.
that I was like princess parties, but this is the type of man that Cassie married and the type of man that Diddy is trying to think. He does a thing called princess parties. And it's him and his friends, but I believe Alex was the big donor. Yes, broke Alex. When y'all saying he's just a personal trainer. And again, just listen to this and tell me who you think is a good person in the situation. He does a thing called princess parties, where one day he saw someone that was like really like poor and housing insignificant, and he was like, yo, he couldn't afford presents for his kids. So we started princess party. They rented out an area, they decorated, they bring a bunch of people into, they come into the thing, they come into the room with like a bunch of people, and they were like, yo, do you want, bring the kids, all the kids get a party, balloons. They all have their own separate area, and they buy the kids presents. So any parent that cannot afford parties for their kids for whatever reason. They get a full party and they get presents decorated with balloons, cake, the whole 9 yards, and it's a whole day, and they do hundreds and hundreds of kids. This is the type of man that Cassie married, and this is the type of man that Diddy is trying to again. Can you go imagine going from being with a devil like Diddy that don't do nothing for no one to someone that is literally just helping out anybody poor and in need? Because he was like, there.
Now that, yeah, that had to be a whirlwind right there. I wonder how long it took Cassie to trust and that kind of stuff coming from where she came from.
There's no way. On top of that, his mom is a victim of Alex's mom is a victim of DV, and he's so happy for
Wow.
helping his mom. Well, his mom having the strength to break free. So when you think about it, yo, Alex is breaking generational curses, and yes, Cassie is breaking generational curses too. But this brings me to my point. How is the whole place literally talking trash about Cassie, saying she shouldn't be this, saying she shouldn't be that? Again, I'm gonna keep talking about it because I'm like, is America this misogynistic, or do people not care, or are all these paid trolls and they don't care who gets beat up as long as it's not them? Because let me tell you something. What was revealed in court yesterday? One, Diddy was with Cassie. And when remember they were like, oh my God, Cassie was cheating with Michael B. Jordan and all this stuff, and Kid Cudi. And it came out in court. First of all, she wasn't with Diddy. Second of all, even when she was with Diddy and they would get back together, Gina Hun was around. They said Gina Hun acted like a little girl. I think Gina was maybe 18 or 19 years old. Diddy got a problem with young girls, right? But even beside that, they said Gina acted really, really immature. Obviously her and Cassie had beef.
Didn't knew he couldn't hang with us women. That's what I I just thought I'd throw that in there, y'all. I'm trying to make myself feel a little better.
Why? Because Diddy kept Gina around for the entirety, and Gina refused to go anywhere. So Diddy had a harem and was cheating on Cassie the whole time,
Man.
and blowing up Kid Cudi's car,
Yeah.
and harassing Michael B. Jordan when he had somebody, and doing all this stuff. Again, somebody said it the other day in my chat. How can you cheat when somebody has a harem? And even if you are cheating, why is everybody acting like Diddy has ownership over Cassie and he got the right to slap her around and put her in place and do whatever whenever he wants? You know what I'm saying? It really honestly just doesn't make any sense at all. But you know what? A lot of things don't make sense until you realize, yeah, there's just some messed up people. But anyway, you guys, listen. Gina was exposed as the other woman. She was also exposed as being preggo with Diddy's child. Now, if you guys remember, she did an interview with Tasha K years ago,
Yeah.
and people were like, I don't know if Gina's telling the truth. Why would there this and that? Diddy loves children. He would have had the baby.
Nope. When Gina Hun was on Tasha K, because I watched that damn interview, and she didn't know all of this was going to come about at all. And she said she told him that she was with child, and Diddy went crazy. Like, and he done allegedly beat her so, and I ain't gonna say allegedly because she said it. You can pull up Tasha K's interview with Gina Hun. Say he beat her so bad that the baby was no more. Okay, so for them to say he loved children, yeah, with Kim and Misa, and and then loves Mama. But Gina Hun, no, I guess he didn't want a baby with her or Cassie.
But Gina said in that Diddy, not only was she preggo, but he late and the baby. It was a very
Thank you.
tragic, sad interview. Also, they are saying that federal marshals have located Gina Han. Now, whether she'll be forced to testify is a different thing, because at this point, it's obvious that if she did testify, it would be very Diddy-friendly evidence, and she would testify, it's okay, I wanted to, I loved it, give me more. Black Sheep.
I think they could use what she said in front of the jury, the what you call them, the grand jury. Seem like they could use that evidence. It's a sworn affidavit.
And everybody just ignored that. Everybody just ignore that. Again, know what? They said Diddy spent up to 7 million to plant stories, blogs, PR, bots, all the stuff going on. But I want to see everybody. I see that it's very, very quiet that Diddy was cheating on Cassie the whole time. He made her be in a relationship. He was playing hands on both of them, according to Gina's, I think it was 2019 Tasha K interview, and according to Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in 2023. Gina was pregnant with child. This leads, Cassie knew that, Carrie knew that, all those people knew that. You know what I'm saying? Also, Minnie Moons, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. So
Okay, yeah. I'm trying.
I don't care. Oh, if you guys are like, Denise is no, we love the curly. Don't worry, I'll wash and condition my hair. Y'all few times today and go live, but I am very excited to hear the rest of this assistant's testimony. I'm also very, very excited to hear Cassie's mom's testimony. I feel like she can put things together in an honest way that only a mother can, that the other witnesses, and being somebody's mother comes with added credibility, especially someone's mother when the child was a victim of abuse. It comes with an added level of respect, with gravitas, and I think it's something we'll definitely play to the jury. No kidding, the jury does skew older. I think early 40s, late 40s, 50s, mid 50s, late 50s. I think hearing from somebody in their age bracket will really, really go far in ensuring that everything goes good. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's talk about the messiness. So the baby oil bandits, they weren't in court yesterday. Oh, Mama Three Cowboys, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, if you guys are looking for something fun to listen to at work, I did a live yesterday that was labeled Diddy's. The feds released the photos of Diddy's freak off workers, but for half the trial, we actually did. The law in building a case is like building a house. You have to put the foundation down. When you put the foundation down, it looks like it's a bunch of tedious work. It's not sexy. You cannot even tell how the house is going to look. Then you start putting in the what do you call it?
Nowadays,
Wait a second. Listen, when you put in the supports, then you got to put in the wood, then you got to put in the drywall,
yeah,
then you got to put. You guys also, let's pray together. Our Father in heaven, thank you for this daily food. I'm joking. Our Father in heaven, cover us in protection. May this day be the best day ever. In you I trust. Amen. Every time I go into the court, before seeing that demon Diddy, I literally do a prayer of protection. My mom calls me in the morning and does a prayer of protection, and I try to just do a little. I'm doing it now on live because
you gotta cover yourself, cause ain't nothing but demon spirits up in there with Diddy. That's my thought, y'all. This is a pro Cassie. Well, this is an anti Diddy. I am. I do not like Diddy for beating her, cause I'm also a R survivor, and I didn't get beaten, all that kind of stuff. But no.
because I don't know if I don't know, and I wanted to do it with you. My mom usually does it with me. She did it this morning, but I also do it in court just to connect with that energy. Duran Finney, thank you so much for the super chat. Knife or No Custom said interview Anthony Imar 24/7. Who's Anthony? Okay. Also, let's see, Caroline Williams.
There she goes. She gonna
mix up with the seating, and I was about to be out on the street, and
she about to testify, ask other people what they think.
Saved my life. But I actually want to get your opinion, Maji. What was your opinion about what you saw in the trial yesterday? And you guys, listen. Legal experts can give y'all already know my opinion. This week, I'm going to start getting people's real world honest opinions because at the end of the day, the jury is real world. Okay. So let's get into this, Maji. What you think?
Well, they were trying to give Dawn Richards a hard time,
Yeah,
and she wasn't going for it. She said repeatedly, is what I recall. So this happened 10 years ago, and they expected to know who threw the eggs, who threw the frying pans. Only P. Diddy knows. But I'm standing with Richard, and I'm standing with Cassie, and protect all the children. I also want to give a big salute to Tisa Tells that she's been doing it for us in the community. We've been watching you from Queens, from the Bronx, and Manhattan, and my mother loves you too.
Oh, shout out to Maji's mom. So let me ask you a question. So I know everybody believes the abuse, but do you see the RICO and the criminal yet, or you need the prosecutors to bring it in for you?
It's early on. It's the second week, and it's just unpeeling like an onion.
Okay.
So it's going to be layers and layers. and we're gonna take our time with this.
Do you see it yet, though? Or is it still blurry?
It's a little blurry. It's still unraveling.
Mm-hmm. It's still unraveling.
Yes.
Okay, I mean that's it. Thank you so much, Monty.
Thank you.
This is a good point, and this is what I mean to say, right? For legal experts, we see the way it's going, but it is still unraveling, right? It is still unraveling.
Same guys who went to Tony Busby and harassed his.
Ooh, y'all remember him? He was the one that those two men came to when they first started this Diddy stuff, and they tried when they was trying to get to the bloggers and stuff. They was at his back door and he was filming them and stuff. That's him.
His clients.
Oh, really? Did you find that out directly from Tony Busby?
No.
Okay.
Tony Busby, I'm not really a big fan of his.
I know.
Sorry. Well, no offense.
He became a disappointment.
Well, my reason is personal because I reached out to him like, yo, I was harassed by the same guys you were.
Yeah.
I was harassed by the same guys you were as Tony Busby.
Yeah.
And he never reached out to me.
Oh, he didn't?
No, on his Instagram, I've hit him up several times. I tag him in videos.
Okay.
But the way I found out is that on his Instagram, he had a picture of the guys who are harassing his clients.
And it came
they
together.
They were paying them $10,000
okay.
to say, hey, did Tony Busby,
and this was Rock Nation. Oh, wow.
Well, it turned out these private investigators, let's say allegedly, were hired by Rock Nation. And the way I found out, because I saw the picture of the guy in his Instagram post, same guy who came to my back door.
Oh,
so
it probably was that there and one had that there and muscle one that didn't want to get out the yard. I mean, this is right. This is a public property.
Dude, I'm in like an 80s movie. Like
he is in an 80s
right
movie.
Now.
He even has the glasses.
Like Cloak and Dagger. Like I'm just in the middle of this weird 80s. The guys came to my door, New York accents, and I'm like, can you guys please step back? And they're like, well, it's public property, so the answer is no. And I'm like, oh shit, this is a shakedown.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So let me ask you your opinion. First of all, Sam, why don't you give everybody your socials, and then I have a question about the trial.
Yeah, at Secret Service Sam on all my socials.
All right, make sure you follow Sam. He is a comedian by trade, but he's also a really good investigative journalist.
Yeah.
So, quick question, Sam. Right now, because I want an honest reaction, where do you think the trial's at? We know that the abuse has pretty much been proven. Or actually, do you believe the abuse claims that it was more than domestic violence going into something criminal?
You know, I obviously the domestic violence, it's appalling, like really getting to hear who Diddy really is. And you know, I won't say is. And that's hard because you're sitting there in the courtroom yesterday and like you see him and you're like, man, this guy is not the confident guy. He's like, he actually said hello to me and kind of like
did he really?
Oh yeah, like did he really? That's funny.
He was glaring at me, but go on.
No, I mean he looked at me and it was like it was a weird kind of like we had this moment stared and then he gave me a kind of
y'all had a moment?
We had
a moment like this. Some people.
Oh my God.
The moment.
Yeah, some people wait in line.
So let me ask you a question though, because this is actually really interesting. Right now, when it comes to the RICO and criminal conspiracy, and answer honestly, is it starting to come into focus, or is it still a little blurry?
I gotta tell you, it is blurry AF.
Is it really?
I'm talking to a lawyer friend of mine next to me. We won't show her because she didn't want to be on.
Okay, well, she was next, so thank you for telling me. We'll skip over and go to Mel.
Look, I'm not a lawyer, guys. Don't take my advice.
Yeah.
But I do play one on TV, and I just think that I don't see RICO. I see tons of domestic violence. Like I said, Diddy is not a good person at all.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people that don't see RICO. Let me find all right, I'm just gonna find where are you? I'm gonna do one more interview, y'all, and then I'm gonna go get caught up. Okay, wait a minute. Here he is. Right here. All right, we're gonna go right here. Cause they crazy.
You tell Gene, I said, come out the
car. Hold on, Gene, I'm getting justice for you.
Gene, I got another question. Why did you tell your driver to go past 3 red lights when Big got popped? That's the last question I got for you, brother.
Hold on. Justice for Gene. All right, so lady. Give them your socials.
Okay, my first of all, can I speak about Miss Carrie, baby?
Yeah. Okay, so listen, he's been in the trial too, and give your opinion because he has a good opinion.
So,
and again, hold on, we're giving real world. You don't got to agree with everyone, but the jury is 12 different people from different. So it's good to see what other people are saying outside of me. You already know what I think.
So Miss Carrie, baby, she did get the white girl treatment. Based on her testimony, you guys know that she was threatening to sue Diddy, and Cassie sat down and gave her 30 bands. She testified that she actually did drugs with Cassie and Diddy. To me, that sounds like she was actually a part of the freak-offs.
No,
I think
she didn't. She denied it.
She did. She said that
so
they did
I was there.
Once.
They said they didn't. She didn't do drugs or drinking, and that Diddy introduced her. But anyway, so this is why it's good to talk to.
And that's why it's good in somebody's chat to say, I agree to disagree, and then just keep moving on. Don't keep on saying you disagree, and okay.
The people because things hit differently, even though I was there. She denied the drugs every time.
This is what I heard.
Okay, go on.
They went to Burning Man and stuff like that. She said that they did it one time. That's what I heard. Also, that it seemed like she was a setup queen. Like, yeah, Cassie's her best friend. Diddy abused her, and she's in the middle of it. And I felt like Diddy actually was very close and comfortable enough with her to put his hand on her and treat her like she was one of hers. I think the beef that Carrie and Cassie has is that Carrie probably did something with Diddy too. That's what I think, but that's just my own opinion. I do think that Dawn got caught up. Me and Tisa don't agree, but Dawn was called out to be a liar. She looked like a liar. She looked bitter, and they called her up when they was talking about her music career, and she got very angry and upset. And the last question that defense had for her made it look like she was a gold digger and a money grabber. That's what I think. You know, I think that for Rico, it looks like a kangaroo court. But for, trafficking and the P word and stuff like that, I do think that they have enough evidence for that. However, as my man right here said, it's going to get deep. They're going to actually, this is a RICO. They have his tax records. They have his business records. They have not pulled that out yet or centered on that because we're dealing with testimony. But I believe they're going to pull up that, Diddy, you had Cassie signed to you, and very much like the Dream lawsuit, I believe Diddy got advances from the record labels to spend on Cassie, and instead of spending the money on Cassie, he spent it on freak-offs, and very much like the Little Rod lawsuit.
Oh, that's an interesting viewpoint. So I agree. I disagree with him about.
Oh, okay, Deborah, I see you. Oh, dang, I hate that. That was probably one of her new moderators she got. Okay, because she got some new moderators. They just pop it, and she don't even know about it, because I've been following her for Tisa for like 3 years, and I know she just got 2 new moderators. Okay, so dang, I'm sorry about that.
The testimony how it, but this is why I love talking to people. He brought up a very good point. Who was paying? Everybody's talking about, Diddy was doing all this for Cassie. Was Cassie literally being used to fund the freak-offs, and she didn't even know that was her record money, that was her advance money? That's a good point.
That's a RICO, and because they named his businesses, this is the feds. It's two people you can't hide from: the feds and the IRS. They got his tax record, they got his business record, they know. And this is the video I did that went super viral like a year ago. I was telling you all, like, you got the resources, girl.
Yeah.
Go to Dun and Bradstreet and pull up, and you will be able to see who gave money to Combs Enterprises, and those people perhaps should be included in the RICO as well.
They might be. See, bringing up good points. What's your socials, by the way?
Oh, my social on YouTube is at Donat POV. That's DONAT POV. I love Tisa. I think Tisa.
But he be talking trash about me, but go ahead. It's all cool.
You can
Justice for Gene Dill. Oh,
girl, you can do all that.
Stop. Justice for Gene Dill. But Donat, thank you so much for that. Where do you think the jury is right now? Have you noticed anything with the jury?
Honestly, just looking at the jury seems partial. It's mixed. And honestly, when I look at the jury, all I think is, hung jury. That's all I think when I look at them.
Gotcha. Hung jury. Listen, maybe it might be a mistrial. Right now, I think the jury, there is one person on the second row. Oh, it's go time. Listen, we are going. Secret Sam, look.
It's go time.
It's go time.
Let 'em know.
Listen, okay, sorry.
I like when you beat me up.
Listen, you guys, we're about to go into the courtroom. All this week, I think.
Yeah, you know I'm in my video right here, but Deborah demand I hate that. I hate that. Cause I'm in there too. I don't know. I hate that. I'm sure it was one of her darn new mods she got because she don't even know about stuff. And sometimes I can even, block people and stuff, but it be stuff like they be asking like stuff about Allie. Is Allie gonna testify? Allie is Tori Outlaw. That is her real name. She's never been around Diddy. She been telling this story for 5 years. She is 31. Go over there to Rani, Rani. Go to her page. She's doing everything about them. And she just put up a thing that her and Shelly wrote, Allie and Shelly wrote, saying, no, we ain't that fine. We don't want no lawyer. We don't, or whatever they said. Just crazy. Yeah, and they're not lost. Somebody said Allie was missing. Allie ain't missing. Eyes are on her. They sitting somewhere waiting on Wi-Fi so they can talk or whatever. But they hiding out. Because they know eyes are on them. So yeah. Ella ain't been to no tunnel, ain't been no party favor, did nothing. Ella's mama gave her to Shelly. Okay? When she was there 15. So anyway, okay, and what I wanted to say was I saw somebody talking about Tisa yesterday, talking about Gene Deal and Tisa are working for the feds. Talking about, look at their names, Deal and Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, please come on. Tisa was trying to get an interview. She only did it yesterday. Yeah, Tisa only did it yesterday, trying to get Gene to talk to her. She asked him for an interview. Gene is charging big money. So somebody was asking her that last night, and she was like, "Oh no, Gene had done empty my pockets, stuff like that, But then paperwork came on there and asked Tisa to get in contact with him because Gene and paperwork, they're in New York, right? So Tisa said she was gonna call him back last night. Don't know. I don't know nothing except what I see on here and when I email her, she always email me back. So just stuff like that. But as far as personal stuff, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about, Ringo. I like Ringo TV. I just stopped watching him like a couple months ago. But yeah, he just can't stand Tisa for some reason. Talking about if she just got a man, she need to be married, and just went in on Tisa. So he thinks Tisa and Deal are working for the feds, y'all. I was like, Tisa and Gene, no. I said, I don't know what Gene does. I really don't. But I listen to Gene. He ain't said nothing like that I don't like. And he talking about why he ain't testifying. Why he ain't testifying. They were saying that the court didn't want anyone testifying that had been out here all these years talking about what Diddy did and all of this stuff. The ones that's being quiet, those are the ones you see that they calling. So Gene, if he testified, it'll shock us all. Because Tisa asked him, was he testifying? And he said no. So Tisa don't know if he testifying for real or not. Oh my God. Prince, I did hear Sheila E was telling it that it all wrapped around to Diddy. Yes, I heard about it. I haven't gotten to look into it, but I am, because Prince is still my number one. All his hairstyles and stuff, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna find out myself, because they sure said it. And then if you go to on Big Kit, you see I don't mind saying content creators. I'm a reaction channel and I'm talking. But on Big Kish page, he said he was saying he showed the Tupac thing today. He got the Tupac thing on, and it was something about Hot 97. Diddy told her she better not play the whole 2-hour interview. So she only played like 10 minutes of it. And she's supposed to release it soon. All of that stuff. Man, I gotta catch up. Cause y'all know I take care of my mama. Man, yeah. I gotta catch on, catch up. But anyway, I'm gonna let it go right here. It was nice talking to you, Deborah Demand. If you got a channel, let me know and I will come follow you. And I just appreciate a nice person talking. I'm a talker, as y'all can see. Y'all please, the ones that's coming in, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I got like what, 700 and something. So, but it's going slow, but gotta get it. I get it. It's fine. But yeah. So I'm gonna leave it right here, y'all, and I'm gonna go see what else I can find, you know. But I like Tisa. If people don't like Tisa, that's fine. That's fine, Tisa can take up for herself. Just don't put it on my page. Go put it on her page. I'm just reacting. All right. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. All right. Thank you, Deborah DeMay. I appreciate it. All right. I'll talk to y'all later, okay?